everybody. First and foremost, I just want to thank Dr. Luongo for all her efforts this semester. I loved having you as a teacher, and I love taking your online course, Computers in the Curriculum. So, what I'm doing by Dr. Luongo's request to be creative on this final thoughts is I'm going on a mock interview, but I'm having a real interview next week with the president of St. Paul's University, and he's going to interview me, who's taken this online course, on why he should incorporate this online course into their curriculum at St. Paul's University. So, please enjoy the mock interview. I hope that I look professional enough to go on an interview next week. And that's really it. Please enjoy my final thoughts. I enjoyed every single person's just insight in the classroom, on the online classroom, and I look forward to maybe having a class together again. Thank you guys, and God bless you.
What was your initial reaction to this course before it began?
My initial reaction to this course, I'm someone who is very talkative, so me just thinking about how it would be taking an online course where I felt there wouldn't be any type of interaction was a little sad, I would say. Also, something that I was hesitant about is this is the first time I'm taking an online class, so I really had no idea what it was going to be like.
How did you feel throughout this course?
So, at the beginning of the course, I was very scared because this specific interaction happened with Dr. Luongo. I thought, okay, maybe I could, go through the lessons whenever I wanted as long as I submitted the specific assignments on time, until I received an email saying, you have not logged on to Blackboard in 4 days, and this is against what the syllabus says. So, note to self, please read the syllabus thoroughly and make sure that you follow everything on it. So, at the beginning I was scared, but after that I knew I had to take everything that the syllabus said seriously and read it to be able to ensure that I do well and fulfill all the requirements that it asks.
What do you think was the most useful part of this course?
Okay, so for me to go through what the most useful part of this course is, I have to somehow incorporate my assignments into it. One of the best things about this course is the personalization, and you'll see why. So, the first big assignment, making a website. Why was this course so important to me? I was able to do something that I loved. I wasn't restricted on the exact content I had to include in my website, and I was able to do a website on Christianity. Jesus is number one in my life, and to be able to just express my passion during my assignment, I can't ask for a better assignment, honestly. So things that I was able to do, like about the teacher, was really cool. I got to include a video in here that just described who I am. And this beautiful painting of Jesus in the background we have in our basement, and I just really love it. I got to really make it personal by including pictures of everybody who's really important in my life, and as well as class assignments. I was able to include parables as assignments, and that's just amazing because this is something I would love to do one day in the future. And I work with the youth in church now, and teaching them about God and His Word is the most important, really, element that we can have in our life. The Beat of Christ, I was able to include music, books, and movies. I was able to include my favorite Christian movies, lists, and of course my favorite book is the Bible. It's the inspired Word of God. So this assignment, I enjoyed doing it. I love doing it. It wasn't hard to use Weebly, and throughout all the assignments that Dr. Luongo gave us, it was so easy to follow through everything. The second assignment, I couldn't ask again for a better way to make my assignments more personalized. And you'll see why.
Miracles really happen. A special day alongside a special condition. By yours truly.
I was able to do a story on my best friend Jack. My best friend Jack is a miracle. He survived and God helped him. So, I don't know if any of you guys saw it, but I do recommend you seeing it and to see how God worked in Jack's life.
Let me tell you about what I did today. As I opened up my eyes this morning, I heard my mom praying. Heavenly Father.
The third assignment. a close look at Teach Thought, We Grow Teachers, what I was able to do here is even make it more personalized. I was able to have my voice in the
A
background.
close look at Teach Thought, We Grow Teachers by me, Mary Jaga. Enjoy, everybody.
And of course, you have to navigate through it. But it was just so much fun because even though it was a
The
Prezi,
mission of Teach Thought
It was a
is to
Prezi-
rethink.
even though
Since
it was a
Teach Thought's mission
Prezi assignment,
focuses on
what I was
learning
able
and
to do
teaching
is,
in a modern
again, still be
context,
able to make it
this
personalized by
quote by
finding
Tyler
different ways to include
who
my
is
voice. So
the
it's not
founder
just
and
mundane and
director of
boring.
Teach Thought,
And that can
author
happen
and
if you're
former
presenting a
classroom
presentation
teacher
without
interested in
some
how
type of
and
noise
why
in the
people
background.
learn. Makes perfect sense with the mission. Terry says, a curriculum that's void of place is void of context, and
So-
therefore,
Just some things that we talked about is the flipped classroom. Throughout this course, the flipped classroom is something that I learned about. And what's really cool about it is during the actual class session, students will be able to just ask more questions and get more answers from their teachers and have a somehow more a type of one-on-one share of knowledge. And one of the biggest things that we learned about this year is just a way for, I lost my word, it's just teaching digital natives as we learned about. And moving forward, Paperwriter. Paperwriter was really cool because not only were we able to work together to help one another, but we were able to use a free tool online and just assessing what was important to use and what was not important to use. And really the best things about this course was just how throughout the discussion board, we were able to have that interaction and class discussions that we lacked, or I thought we would lack, because it's an online assignment. And sorry, I just remembered the word. I don't know why I lost it, but it was partnering. And that was why the flipped classroom is important. It's just other ways to partner with your students and your teachers. Moreover, I think it's really important to just explain how the setup of the Blackboard page itself, it's pretty awesome. What I loved is it doesn't look so dark and just, again, boring, same old type of Blackboard background. And the way that Dr. Luongo set up everything is really just an easy process. It's a facilitated process to use. Everything is set up. The weekly lessons teach you how to use everything if you're not familiar with YouTube, you're not familiar with all the different ways to make a website. They were excellent. Again, just make sure you pay close attention to the syllabus. Okay, so
What do you think was the least useful part of the course?
So, the least useful part of the course, I would say, is time management. Again, that was one of my struggles at the beginning, is really not setting my time for the assignments, for the weekly assignments. You need motivation. You need self-motivation because no one is exactly sitting next to you or in a classroom saying, pay attention, or again, it's just you have to go through the weekly lessons really on your own time. And even though this is somehow a disadvantage, it becomes an advantage because if you learn to time manage, that really just becomes a pro. So besides that, I don't really have any other just useful parts of the course.
Do you have any suggestions to improve the course in the future?
Absolutely. Just because we're on Blackboard, something that I found a little frustrating is the fact that when someone would reply, whether it was in the general questions area or it was your own discussion boards, you weren't notified when someone commented back. So you would have to go back into Blackboard. Let me show you. You would have to go back into Blackboard yourself and see that someone replied to your thread. So it would be so cool if you get an email saying, hey, Leah, or hey, Eric, hey, Jenny, someone replied to your post. It would just be much easier than having to go through it yourself.
What did you learn about computers in the curriculum?
What I learned about computers in the curriculum, First of all, I need to add that the 2 books that were required for this course, Digital Storytelling in the Classroom and Teaching Digital Natives, they were inexpensive. That was really an important part because, for example, this was a few dollars. This really wasn't expensive. I would say between 15 to 30, probably closer to the 15 range. And what's really cool about it is they were easy to follow. Some parts were funny. The authors are just, again, very understandable, almost approachable, even though we're reading a book. So I really recommend taking this course because the books are an important part. And as the last question is saying what I learned what partnering is. I had no idea what it was. And now I know that you're just working with your students, you're working with your teachers, you're using online tools to learn. I learned how to better use Prezi. I've used Prezi before, but I never learned that I could actually have the voice in the background. And that was really, again, important to me because of the personalization, since it's an online class and I had to submit an online assignment without being able to present it myself. Something else that was really cool is making a website. That was probably one of the funnest things I've done because I didn't know it was that easy to make one. And Weebly, again, is something that I recommend everybody to use. Again, the last part is just really thankful to Dr. Luongo. I hope that you can maybe even hire her to teach this online course. She was excellent. She was caring. She was very organized, and that's very important anywhere you go. So, Mr. President, I hope that we can stay in touch. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. Here's my resume. And I really hope you will decide to pick computers in the curriculum as a course that's offered to your students. It's an excellent online course, and I don't think you'll have many people disliking it. Thank you very much, and thank you all. Sorry.
About this course.
Side note, how do I look for the interview?